Hey crafters, this is Sherry. This project is going to be a mummy, and I found these glasses at the Dollar Tree for $1 a piece. They're plastic and they've got a design ridge in them. I'm going to rub some of this gesso off so that you can kind of see. So you can see the design ridge. So what I'm going to do with these is put about 3 coats of gesso on these. Gesso acts as not really a base coat, but a primer. And this is the product. I love gesso. I keep this on hand at all times. Gesso and E6000 glue are probably my favorite things to keep on hand all the time. So anyway, about 3 coats of gesso. Make sure it's covered good, and then maybe a couple of coats of white. It depends on how much you want. You want it to be covered. So if it takes 3 coats of white, then fine. But the point is, get it to this white, and then once it dries good, now you're gonna have to make sure it dries between coats of everything. But once it dries really good, take sandpaper, and I just use what I've got on hand here. I have an 80 grit paper, and you're just gonna rub it down to scrub the paint off the lines, and it kind of gives it a mummy tape look. And like I've said in other videos, I'm the queen of double siding, and there's a pattern to this. If you look really close, you'll see a really open area, which is where I have his eyes, and then come down and put his nose here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 spots up. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an open area for his mouth. So just find those 2 big areas right here, and then the nose somewhere in between. Those are the 2 areas that you want to concentrate on. So once you get everything painted in white, and then you rub back to get that look with the black showing through, then paint his eyes on. And I just did a simple black with 3 dot highlight, 2 little nostrils, and then black with just some white teeth. Very simple. And then the same on both sides. The pattern repeats on both sides. So at this point, we're going to do the finishing touches, because this here is easy peasy. You got this. You got this. So now what I've done is I bought a big old blob of cheesecloth, and I did 1 strip about 2 inches wide, and I cut mine about 27 inches. There was no rhyme or reason to that. It just seemed to be the size I wanted. And then I cut another piece about half that. That's going to be for his ribbon. So I've got my glue gun going here. So what you want to do is start on the side where there's no paint, where there's no face, and just find a little spot to start here. I'm going to start about right there. Hit that with the glue. And then of course you don't want to cover his face. So come up over his lip. I mean, you can cover a little bit, but come up over his lip and hit that again. A little bit of glue. Now we're going to be coming to the other side where his other little face is. So maybe do a little turn and come up closer to his nose on this. And then now we're going to go above his eye on this one. And then at this point we're going to start up the stem. So maybe one right there above his other eyes. And then just start wrapping the rest of it up the stem. looks like I got a little paint booger right there, so I'm gonna hide that with some of the cheesecloth. And then come on up the stem. And then once you get up there, hit it with some more glue to tack it in place. And now, be right in front of his little face here. We're going to tie a cheesecloth ribbon. I don't know, I kind of like that it dangles down like that. So what I will do with the end pieces is just a tad bit of glue, just ever so slightly, just hit it. Maybe over here, the same thing, ever so slightly. So you're not covering his face with the cheesecloth, but it gives it that little extra mummy feel to it. And then just take your little tea light and pop it on top. And you got your little candle. Your little mummy candle. It's two-sided, so it would be cute on a coffee table or on your desk at work. If you have any questions, comment below. Hey, thanks for watching.